Today, I want to talk about speaking using marathons as a metaphor. For those of you in the UK and who remember this, I don't mean Snickers before they were Snickers, I mean an actual physical marathon. So let me start by saying this. If you have ever wondered what the point is in continual training, what's the point in attending workshops, what's the point in working with a mentor or a coach around speaking or presentations when you're already great at them, you're already a CEO or a founder or a business owner, you've already done a gazillion speaking events already. If you've ever wondered why a marathon might be applicable to you, then definitely watch this video and pass it along. So my name's Jenny Kovacs, as it says along there. I'm a visibility queen. I'm actually known as the Queen of Being Seen because I'm passionate about people being visible, being able to speak out in an authentic way, being able to put themselves out there or their work, and being able to raise their professional profile. And this doesn't just affect newbies. This is actually more challenging for the people that I've worked with and the companies that I've worked with since 2010, because there's more pressure, there's more comparison to the self, and there's more pressure to do more, to do better, to not be seen as being weak in some way, shape, or form. So I was reflecting just recently, I was speaking to a client about their own speaking journey, and this person is like amazing. They have been in their industry for years, decades. They can breathe it, they know it inside out. They have run a number of successful businesses. They have worked for others and then very quickly realized that they wanted to work for themselves and help others to do the same. So you'd think that somebody like that might not even look to having help with their speaking. So using their story, and of course, without, publicly naming and shaming, and using something that I guess I accidentally discovered in 2019, I wanted to really share the importance of what's known as CPD, or continual professional development. What is that? Why is it important? In 2019, for I don't know how many times I've done it before, I stood on the streets of London and cheered as thousands of runners ran past me. Some walked, some were already struggling, and they walked past me on the route of the London Marathon. It was still the Virgin London Marathon at that point. I was so inspired, as I had been years before. And to be honest with you, even as a child, I remember Marathon Day watching the runners on TV, the elite athletes, and the people that were all dressed up and running for charities, the people whose first time it was, the people who'd done it a gazillion times before, people who were doing it and they were a lot older, maybe not expected to run. And it really hit me how much of a feat running 26.2 miles was and is. And it also occurred to me that it wasn't something that I'd ever done before. Now, don't get me wrong, at school, I liked a bit of athletics, 100 metres, 200 metres, 400 metres, 800 metres, high jump, long jump. Wasn't so keen on the triple jump. But when it came to cross country running and the long distances, for whatever reason, they just didn't appeal to me. So it was with some shock, I would say, and horror, that I found myself standing at the side of the road, cheering people on and thinking, I have no idea how to run a marathon. I've never run more than a 5 or 10K race in my life. How on earth could I enter a marathon? So I persuaded a friend of mine to enter the ballot in 2019. Lo and behold, this was April 2019. Lo and behold, in October, I've just had a meeting with some people within my industry. And as I went to, I think, honestly, go and get some lunch or something from the shops, I thought I'd just quickly check my emails before I quickly nip out. And to my surprise, and if I'm truthful, horror, I saw the words, "Congratulations, you're in." What? I actually successfully, and for the first time, I'm sorry for those of you that have entered it a lot of times, for the first time, entered the London ballot, marathon ballot, and got through. At that point, I realised that I would need to start practicing. What I learned along that journey was like intense and immense. The difference between running with friends, the difference between running alone. Then there was the 2020 pandemic, which pushed the date back a few more months. There were so many things that I learned about the marathon, but this is the thing that I'd love you to take away from this video, if nothing else, when it comes to speaking. You can do the speaking journey by yourself alone. You can do it with others. You can do it with a coach. You can do it with a mentor, just like you can for a marathon journey. You can hope and pray and look at, well, I'll just finish it. You can use the mindset. You can use the tools that you've already brought to the table, or you can go with somebody, work with somebody that can help you overcome the next levels. Now, when you're starting to speak, one of the easiest things to do is inhale all of the things that you can learn about speaking. But when you've been speaking for a while and you're looking at stepping it up a notch, and going up to another level, that's actually the hardest place to be. So if you have to speak or present or attend meetings, and there's an element of that where you have to do that a lot, you have to sell your services, you have to sell yourself, or the company that you work for or own, or even your team are expected to do this. Don't leave it to chance. My marathon journey meant that I had to look at the fuel I was putting in my mouth, what I was eating. I had to look at where I was spending my time, my environment, my mindset, how I would cope when I thought I couldn't or when I thought I could. And speaking isn't too dissimilar. But the one thing that comes up year after year, month after month, are the number of people who are busy professionals that say, as part of my visibility, as part of my personal brand, I want to go out there and speak. I want it to be maybe a separate income stream. I want it to be another income stream. I want to be known. I want to start getting paid for my speaking, or I want to continue being paid. I want to know how I can leverage them. 101 questions that I get asked by different people. And when you're at a more senior level, it's harder to get to that next level and then be able to be a mentor to your organization, to your people, to your team. I got so, I want to say, sick and tired and fed up of the number of people that said, yes, I've been meaning to get round and do this for, and I'd ask them, sometimes it would be months, other times it would be at least a couple of years. So what I did was I put together a private client intensive day, and I've put it together for the Speaking Out Authentically piece, specifically for those of you who have either yet to create your signature talk, or you've created a signature talk and you've evolved in some way. You want to step it up a notch, you want to take it to another level. But rather than giving you homework assignments, which I know you don't enjoy, and let's be honest, you don't do, I've decided to put together a private intensive day, but I only have a couple left for May. After that, then we're going into June. I myself am spinning a lot of plates at the moment. I'm doing a lot of things, and there's going to be a lot of changes to my business, including the pricing of these dates. So if you want to have a chat with me about creating and finishing your signature talk with me, together with me in a day, have support after that day in terms of being booked to speak, going out and getting more of those speaking gigs, enhancing it. A lot of people, after we've done that day, say, okay, I'm ready to have it, sell my services, sell my business, sell what I'm known for, but I don't want to be pitchy about it. Some people have said, I've actually done this for free for so many years and now I want to start charging for it, or I want a separate income stream for it. If any of that sounds like you, go to my website. It's shown just underneath there, jennykovacs.com, or send me a message here and let's have a chat. Let's talk about what I might be able to do with you to get it all done in a day, and definitely have you out there within the next 12 weeks, easily selling that talk, sharing that talk, and doing the thing that I know you love the most. making a difference to other people. That's it. Bye for now.